Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to Dark Souls Remastered. We're right here at the bonfire we just left off at, and we're gonna go find the boss. The boss, the first time I ever played Dark Souls, had the greatest message in front of it. Those like orange sign soapstone messages that you can see online. Unfortunately, we're offline at the moment. But I remember the message, amazing chest ahead, right before the boss. Now, I'll let you figure out what that means for yourself. And maybe once we get to the boss, you'll understand. It's actually just a mimic. No, but it's a joke that I find very funny. So I guess we're just gonna accept that we're gonna be poisoned. Our goal is to not aggro any of these guys. Would be ideal. Oh, there's an item over there. We'll get it when we come back. Because after Blighttown, we gotta go back up that space elevator that we saw earlier. We don't actually. There's nothing that we can do past this boss at the moment. So we'll get in here. We'll cure our poison for the boss fight. We're pretty much full health. For this fight, since we're just gonna two-hand and we're not gonna block anything anyways, taking Grass Crest again. Since we defeated Man-Eater Mildred, we could summon her here, but we're doing no summons. Gotta do it without it. Well, do we have any rings that aren't these rings? I mean, that doesn't help us in a boss fight at all. So the Ring of the Evil Eye, whenever we kill someone, we get some health back, but maybe we'll use that instead of the blue tear stone in the future, but it doesn't do anything in a boss fight. So yeah, amazing chest ahead. Boom. Get ready for that. And now you know. There was obviously an amazing chest on the other side of that fog gate. Just wasn't exactly what you were expecting. Unless you've played Dark Souls before, then it was precisely what you were expecting. Oh no! Not like this. Hey! How'd you acquire so much lava throw up anyways? You gotta love this arena once it gets to the point where it just there's lava everywhere. Excuse me? Can we dispute that? Can we get a replay? Slow motion replay of what just hit me? I'm always nervous that she's doing that attack where he explodes that we saw at the very beginning. I have no idea. I don't remember what the tell for that is. Like, it's not this throwy up thing. This is just a good damage window. If we can hit her... Oh. We just gotta, like, stay under her sword. if we stay close enough to it, then she can't hit you with any of those attacks. It's genius. It's like this fight is supposed to be hard or something. We got the Soul of Quelaag. And 20,000 souls on top of that. I don't know if I've ever, like, read all the stuff for these items. Don't accidentally pop it. That would be embarrassing. Soul of Quelaag. Once a daughter of the Witch of Ivazilith, but now a Chaos Demon. Special beings have special souls, and Quelaag's soul contains all aspects of chaos. Use it to acquire a huge amount of souls, or create a unique weapon. A huge amount of souls, I believe, is less than she was worth for killing her. So you could, well, I don't know why you would do that instead of get the weapon. I mean, I suppose there's a probability you won't use the weapon, but it's a cool weapon. Did you see that sword she was using? That, like, curved fire sword? That's the weapon we're talking about. But yeah, here's the second bell. So we'll ring that. So, if you remember, that's that giant gate that was closed to us earlier. And it's now open, so we can go over there. I don't actually know, because you can do the bells in reverse order, so you could come down here and kill Quelaag first. But you saw the church bell in the cutscene. So, I don't know if that means you, like, the church bell would be ringing if you did it in the reverse order. That'd be interesting to find out, but we're not going to find it out right now. We got a bonfire down here, but we are definitely not going through the demon ruins at the moment. Just going to light that. Hopefully we'll be able to teleport to that again. I don't really know. Doesn't really matter all that much. But we do have one more secret to explore. And that is this wall. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm glad that he's so trusting. So, here's Quelaag's, one of Quelaag's 7 sisters that also became a Chaos Demon. Unfortunately, we can't talk to her. But yeah, she is a covenant. I don't actually know which covenant, but she's definitely a covenant. And you offer her humanity and stuff if you're in the covenant. And then here is a door that we can't do anything with. I think it opens up later. I remember what the other side of it looks like, but I don't remember if it opens. But the other side of it's somewhere down that way. Again, we're not going that way right now. We are going back. So we got 25,000 souls. Still have not decided what weapon we're gonna use. It seems like every episode I change my mind. Like last episode I was like, I want to use the falchion. And this episode I'm back to, I want to use the Black Knight Greatsword because I don't really ever use super heavy weapons like that. And I think it'd be fun, but it's also slow as molasses because it's my last joke. But the punchline didn't really work out too well. Either way, I do kind of still want to use the Black Knight Greatsword. Just run around with an Ultra Greatsword and fight bosses and try and be tanky. Go like a super slow build. But I feel like that takes out our shield usage. Unless we just get so much equipment load that we can one-hand the Black Knight Greatsword and use a shield. And then we just like become the super tank that we've always dreamed of. Here's a Titanite shard. The other thing about the Black Knight Greatsword is I believe it doesn't upgrade with regular Titanite, and it also only goes to +5. I think it upgrades with Twinkling Titanite. And since it only goes to +5, I think like it's easier to get it to that +5 than it might be to get a different weapon to their +15 equivalent. But I don't know if it is equivalent in damage. It should be. I mean, it's essentially a pretty end game weapon. So let's do some leveling. I think now's the time to make the decision. Do we go for that strength requirement? And I want to say we do. We're gonna need a lot more endurance as well. But if we want to use the weapon, we just gotta start investing in strength. So that's what we're gonna do. And strength should buff the damage our claymore does. It has a C scaling with strength. So I think we got like another 9 damage from putting those 3 levels in strength. Yeah, we almost one-shot those guys. Very, very close. So yeah, now we take the space elevator. It's a very high-tech piece of equipment. Wonder if you can see it down here. Might not be down here what actually powers the elevator. Oh, we definitely don't want the shield anymore either. Because the way up is riddled with jerks shooting toxic darts everywhere. We're just gonna hope we don't fall off the elevator and die. And we are up here. Whoop! Oh, almost like slid off right there. It's okay. All part of the plan. There's a mosquito. So a good strategy in Dark Souls is just like assess your threats and figure out what you can deal with as fast as possible. So the mosquito, this mosquito is just stuck on the floor, so we're just gonna go until we get a hitbox that equals his hitbox in the floor. Because if Dark Souls isn't scared to cheese us, then I'm not scared to cheese it. Jesus, calm down. Get wrecked. I don't know if locking on to those guys maybe makes it easier. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna want to deal with those toxic dark guys before we do anything else in this area. So that's what we're gonna do. And this is the part where if you don't have any sort of ranged weapons, it can become an issue very quickly. just gonna dodge as many toxic darts as we can. Slay toxic dart people. Continue to block the toxic darts. Did that guy fall? There were two here a second ago. You kidding me? Alright, we might not be able to use fireballs for this. Okay. That guy did indeed fall. But this guy's not paying attention. Come on. Nope. We can't hit him. Well, that was pretty much my plan right there. So, reevaluate. Do we have throwing knives? Anything that will... There we go. Maybe these will go far enough to actually hit him. And now we're toxic. So that's not good. Definitely gonna want to cure that as soon as possible. Oh, Jesus. Okay, where is this man? He's over there now? This guy is so frustrating to deal with. Can we hit you with, like, a fireball? Oh, yeah. What? That... Okay. I was gonna be really mad after that first one didn't hit. That was right on top of him. For some reason, that dog over there in the corner didn't aggro. So I'm going to take the chance to heal. And before I forget and get us killed, there is one more toxic dart man in this room. And he needs to die. Although he's very annoying to get to. Can we get him to break the pots? Can we walk next to the pots? Got him. Alright. So. Now we can get this item over here, which I don't even know what it is. Soul of Brad Knight. That item down there is a Firekeeper soul. So, it seems pretty important to actually go get it. We're gonna have to fight our way through a lot more of these doggins, though. I went surprisingly well. We only got toxic once. We do have a lot of HP, so maybe like you weren't seeing how much damage toxic does because we have so much HP already. I feel like even though it doesn't increase your health all that much, health is very underrated for new players because they think they like want to do more damage with strength and stuff. The strength doesn't make you do all that much more damage. And I think health and endurance is really where it's at for making you stronger in the early game. Like once you get really tanky, then you can kind of like afford to make more mistakes because you just have more health. I think you kind of just like drink your way through the game. Drinking the Estus flask all the way through the game. Because there's not a whole lot, like the more you upgrade your Estus flask, and if you start going like higher poise, you could just kind of sit there and stand in front of an enemy that's hitting you and still get a heal off that ends you net positive. But yeah, I mean, Dark Souls, always watching people's first playthroughs is super funny because they just don't know what's going on and they tend to do things suboptimally. Which I wish I could provide that, but obviously I already know Dark Souls. I want to get Bloodborne because I've never played any of the Bloodborne games. I watched Bloodborne 2, I think, but never got to play it. There is that new game by FromSoft coming out, and their trailer didn't really tell you anything about the game, but just the art style makes it look very Bloodborne-y or Dark Souls-y. So maybe it'll be a similar game, and then I can get that blind playthrough experience on that game. Either way, I'm definitely interested to see what that game turns out to be. I can't even remember what it's called, though, so that's an issue. But I'm sure my friends will remind me because at least one of them is quite interested in it as well. And he loves Dark Souls. He's way better at this game than I am. He's the guy who's been teaching me a few things as I was relearning Dark Souls. He also did something really funny, which was he would skip the Tauros demon. So you know how we went down to Havel with the master key and we killed him, we got his ring, and then we went and got that grass crest shield. Well, what we could have done, instead of coming back to the Tauros demon, we could have just found the way around through that Darkroot garden area down there. And then, so he leaves the Tauros demon open, and he makes like a low-level character that has high-level gear and is far into the game. And then he goes, which is a twink. He calls it a twink. I believe most people call it a twink. It's probably also a twink in like WoW and stuff like that, so that might be where you're familiar with it. Just a low-level character that has way better gear and is more powerful than people at that level. And so most people who make a twink will then go to an early area like the Tauros demon and just invade new players and have a really easy time beating all these new players because they have gear that's way stronger than them. What he did is he'd leave the Tauros demon up, and then he'd go there on his twink that was already in like end game gear and let those people invade him, and he would just destroy them. Which is hilarious to me. I went and like joined him, and we actually did like a gank squad for those people invading him, and it was just like instant death for any of them that invaded us. It's pretty funny. So I do have one character that left the Tauros demon up and ran around that area, but I guess the only reason to do that, because my other character isn't a twink that I did that on, so the only reason to do that would be to just PvP in that area, because then you know that the people you're fighting are high level because they're coming back to an early game area, and with the level restrictions they know that they're only going to be invading high level people there. It's all very technical. But first, we are almost out of Blighttown. So we just need to finish that up. We got that. Oh, that's not good. Okay. That took a lot of HP. Are we gonna have to fight both of these at the same time? Yeah. As you do. Oh no! I don't know if you heard that, but that was my thumb slipping off the control stick. So then I knew my roll wasn't gonna go the direction that I wanted, so I just chose not to roll, because I would have just rolled straight into him. But I also just kind of panicked in general because my thumb slipped off. So that didn't help the whole situation. Is he stuck? No, he is not stuck. Oh, Jay. That was a second attack. Can you, like, not? Alrighty. Well, I got a little bit nervous that we were gonna die after making it all the way to the top of this place. Granted, we did beat the part with the Firekeeper soul. I grabbed the Firekeeper soul, right? I just spent so much time just zoning out that I forgot if I grabbed the Firekeeper soul. But we have it in the inventory, so we're good. So now we are in the Valley of the Drakes. And so there's some dragons and stuff over there, but I'm pretty sure we're incredibly underleveled to be fighting them. So the way that you would get to Blight Town first, before going through the Tauros Demon and the depths and lower on Deadburg, is you would come from the other side of this door and the master key would let you open it, and then you'd go down the space elevator. And this area we will shortly see. I don't remember New Londo Ruins at all either, so that's gonna be exciting when we get to go through that. But the way we're actually supposed to be going, since we're trying to get back to Firelink right now, is... Oh, come on, pull the elevator. This way, and this way will take us straight back to Firelink, and it's the third path that you can take when you're first starting the game. So when you get to Firelink after that crow picks you up, you got 3 paths you can go. You got the path we went, which is Undeadburg. You got the catacombs, which is where all the skeletons are behind the giant shrine, I guess. I don't even know what you could call it. Like behind this giant building. And then we got New Londo Ruins, which is right here. We got an issue that I forgot. So, if you remember, we had a nice little Firekeeper here. And now she's dead. Now, who else was in Firelink and could have done this? We have the Crestfallen Knight up top. Very unlikely to do anything like this. But this guy did leave behind the item that lets you invade the killer of the Firekeeper. He's like challenging me. He's like, yeah, I killed your Firekeeper. What up? What are you gonna do about it? And so we now have the item to invade him once we reach Anor Londo. So we're gonna be fighting him there. The other problem that arises is we don't have a Firekeeper here, so we can't sit at this bonfire, we can't light that bonfire, can't do anything.
You ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. Now, we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
Excuse me?
That's stage. I was really beginning to like it. Maybe it's time I do something about it.
I don't think you should do that. What's he gonna do? Like, fight this guy? That doesn't seem logical at all. So here's a pyromancer, we remember him. And this is what he's talking about. This guy right here. Yeah, I don't see why not.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Wind, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Seems reasonable.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
So we can feed him items.
Seek the realm of lords must brave Sen's fortress, deadly house of traps. Many have gone before you, but none have returned. Fate has chosen you. Farewell, chosen undead. I
So yeah. This guy's here now. I don't remember a whole lot about what we had to do with him. But since our Firekeeper is dead, we might as well go to that bonfire where Andre was and rest there.
Hello there. But I also want you to know that it is not meant in evil. Here, take this as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Oh boy.
Oh, my guests I will be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure.
Okay. Excuse me? Apparently the subtitle for that is just
Oh, you again. What business have you? Don't suppose we can help them? We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a short one. I'm stuck with her, and Nico too. I can't very well abandon them now. Oh, it's you. We're to leave momentarily. The catacombs aren't exactly my idea of a good time, but what can one do? I do hope we meet again, rare or not.
Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
what are you talking about, lady?
Did I not explain the
Okay. Yep, whatever. I feel like she was real rude. Last time she was all nice. And this time she's like, why don't you understand? I already told you to get out of my way. I thought she was understanding that we both have our journeys of our own. I was just trying to talk before she leaves. But whatever. You can figure out your journey. So yep, we're just gonna run to Andre's bonfire. And we could keep upgrading the claymore for now since we semi-committed on using the Black Knight greatsword, and that should require different things to upgrade. So we already kindled this bonfire. I guess I forgot about that. But that'll help us clear Sen's fortress. Yeah. How many? We have 5 Titanite shards, so we might be able to get our claymore to +9. This takes twinkling Titanite, so I was right about that. Why don't we go for +9 claymore? What is this other weapon? What is that? I don't know what that is. So yeah, claymore for now. Black Knight greatsword later. Get a +9 claymore. How much damage is this doing now? It's doing 195 plus 60. So we're doing 255 damage. Seems good. We still got some souls left over. We could get probably 1 level. As well as... Does this shield any good? No, this shield's horrible. Should we use Hollow Soldier Shield? Probably. Then we'll grab us a level and then we'll be out of here. 1 strength level, please, sir. Thank you very much. Wait. Oh. I thought it didn't take our souls for a second. I was like, sweet. Free levels. But anyways, we're going to be done right here for now. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one.